The rain hadn't stopped for hours. Heavy drops lashed against the cracked windows of St. Augustine's Hospital, a place everyone in town said you should never end up in. I knew the rumors. Everyone did. Patients screaming about shadows, nurses quitting after a single night shift, too many unexplained deaths in one building. But when you collapse in the middle of your office from exhaustion and dehydration, you don't get a choice about where the ambulance takes you. I remember the look on my mother's face when she visited me last week. You work yourself to death one day, and then what? Who takes care of you? I remember the look on my mother's face when she visited me last week. You work yourself to death one day, and then what? Who takes care of you? I'd laughed it off, told her I was fine, but she was right. By the time they wheeled me through the hospital's silent corridors, it was already midnight. The ER doctor muttered something about a shortage of beds and sent me up to the 6th floor, room 6B, at the far end of a corridor nobody seemed eager to walk down. The nurse pushing my bed didn't speak much. She avoided eye contact, pale as paper, her hands shaking just enough for me to notice. As she slid me into the bed, she whispered, barely moving her lips, "Try not to open the curtains. Don't answer if you hear knocking." Before I could ask what she meant, she hurried out, almost running. Silence pressed in. The air smelled of mold and rust. My bed faced an old wall mirror, cracked along the edges. I told myself I just had to make it one night. Just one night. But then, knock, knock, knock. Not from the door, from inside the mirror. At first, I laughed nervously, convincing myself it was the storm, or maybe a loose pipe. But then it came again, clearer, louder. I pressed the call button. The intercom hissed with static, then clicked off. I reached for my phone. Dead. I swore I had charged it, and that's when I saw it. My reflection. It was me, but not me. Its eyes were darker, sunken deep, like empty sockets. Its mouth was smiling, a slow, deliberate grin stretching too wide. I stumbled out of bed, clutching my hospital gown tight around me. The reflection didn't move immediately. It lagged, like it needed to remember how to copy me. A flash of lightning lit the room in pale blue. For a moment, just a second, I saw another shape behind my reflection. A woman, hair matted, hospital gown soaked dark, her mouth stretched open, far too wide, as if screaming silently. But thunder swallowed the sound. I squeezed my eyes shut. It's just exhaustion. It's the meds. It's not real. When I opened them again, the mirror showed only the bed, empty. And I realized something. I wasn't in it anymore. Panic clawed up my throat. I staggered toward the door and yanked the handle. Stuck. The light above me sputtered twice, then died. Darkness smothered me. The mirror glowed faintly, as if the glass itself breathed light. Then, the whispers began, low at first. Dozens of voices, mumbling in a language I couldn't understand. They rose, overlapping, pounding into my skull, until the words shifted into English. Stay, stay with us, stay forever. Shadows moved along the walls, crawling like insects. A woman's sobbing echoed down the hallway, soft at first, then twisting into hysterical laughter. I covered my ears. Tears burned my eyes. The bed creaked, slowly, as if someone invisible had just sat down. The mattress dipped, the shape of a body pressed against the sheets, head, arms, legs, but there was no body. Then, footsteps, not outside, inside the walls, heavy, dragging, patient, I thought about my mother, about how she begged me to rest, to take care of myself. If I die here, she'll think I didn't listen. She'll think I didn't care. That thought broke me. I screamed for help until my throat tore raw. No one came. I grabbed the water jug and hurled it at the mirror. Glass shattered, spraying across the floor. For a heartbeat, I thought I'd won. But instead of destroying the nightmare, I had freed it. The reflection stepped through the broken frame. Too tall, too thin, bones bending at wrong angles as it unfolded. Its grin split impossibly wide. It whispered my name. I've been waiting. The lights flickered back to life, long enough for me to see the walls. Handprints, everywhere, bloody, smeared. Some small like children's, others massive, covering walls, ceiling, floor. I bolted to the door, pounding, screaming until my fists bled. Behind me, the reflection dragged itself closer. Its head twitched, limbs scraping against tile. Then, warm breath against my ear. The nurse's voice, though I hadn't seen her since she left. I told you not to open the curtains. The curtains ripped open. Lightning flared, illuminating the hospital courtyard. And down below, dozens of figures stood in the rain, staring up at my window. Pale, motionless, all smiling. I don't know how I got out. One moment the reflection's cold breath was inches from me. The next, I was running, barefoot, gown flapping down endless corridors. Doors slammed open and shut. Lights exploded above me. The sobbing followed. The laughter echoed. I burst through the emergency exit and collapsed into the rain-soaked parking lot. I didn't stop running until headlights blinded me. A car screeched to a halt. The driver jumped out, shouting if I was okay. I turned back. The hospital stood silent. No storm, no lightning, just empty windows. But in one window, room 6B, I saw a figure, smiling, watching me. It's been weeks. I can't sleep, can't eat. My coworkers think I'm having a breakdown. My sister won't visit anymore. She says I look haunted. Maybe I do. I've covered every mirror in my apartment. But reflections find me anyway, on phone screens, on dark windows at night. Sometimes he's far away, sometimes right behind me. I don't tell people the truth. Who would believe me? They'd lock me away. But I know this, once you spend a night in room 6B, you never leave, because it doesn't want patience. It wants witnesses.